Welcome to another Summer One Take, where this summer I'm taking a little break from the blog and doing a quick video one take. As you can see, usually these posts come from a parked car. State of Illinois is taking a harder stance, which is awesome. The only thing awesome the state of Illinois is doing really against texting and driving, and God forbid you wouldn't want to do a video. But I do these in my car because it's a one take, and I usually do these coming out of the gym like today. So I'm a little bit more hyped up, which I know you appreciate. Today I want to talk about self-monitoring. Yesterday, and this is kind of humbling to admit, I started to whine to my sisters about work-related tasks that are part of my job. And with self-monitoring as leaders, we have to reflect and monitor ourselves. And so here are 3 things that are true about me when I know that I am getting off track, whether it's physically, spiritually, or emotionally. And this is really on the emotional and maybe a little bit on the physical components of work. And as leaders, we want to be people that others want to follow. So we need to self-monitor and we need to check ourselves when these things come up. Now, the point of today's post is for you to identify what your triggers are, not saying that these are the triggers, for you, but hopefully sharing mine will give you a little bit of idea of what could potentially be triggering you. So number 1, as I've already shared, I know that I am tired emotionally when I start whining and complaining about job-related tasks that are part of my job. Answering emails from people on our team who have legitimate questions. Let's underscore legitimate. When I am annoyed and kind of irritated by that, I need to check myself. I need to monitor. That's my job as a leader, in our organization. So that's number 1. Number 2, I need to check myself, or a trigger at least, is when my language changes. As a follower of Jesus Christ, I work very hard to say words that edify, which is just a fancy word that says words that build up, not tear down. Yesterday, I had to spend time in confession because some of my words were judgmental, and I struggled saying a cuss word during the day, which I know I'm probably a little anal on that. But, again, as a follower of Christ, I want my words to build up and I want my words to glorify Him. And if that's crazy, well, too bad. That's just me, all right? So things that you're annoyed about and things that, you could potentially, I'm thinking about number 3. As I'm talking, I probably should write these things down. Oh, see, this is why you get to see a real summer one take. Number 3, and this is a good one. I shouldn't have forgotten this. When there are things that you normally do that fill you up, and I'll give you an example, that don't fill you up, that's a sign that you are physically tired and you probably need to monitor yourself. And so what I'm referring here to is a little bit of hobbies and things of that nature. Why am I bringing hobbies into this? Well, I'm bringing hobbies into this because as leaders, to be someone worth following, we need to be filling our own tanks. So for example, driving to the gym this morning, I noticed that the book that I'm currently listening to, I'm only half listening to, and I'm kind of annoyed that I'm listening. I know I'm crazy. So I probably need to, check myself a little bit and give myself some intellectual space right now from inputs, from podcasts, from books, things of that nature, so that I can recharge. Again, I probably sound a little crazy, but for me, usually those things fill me up. Right now, they're not. So I need to fix myself. Leaders, we've got to self-monitor. We've got to make sure that we're filled up so that we can be leaders worth following. Talk to you soon.